let's do. This is a favorite story called The Blue Rose. I don't know why they like it, but they do. All right, once upon a time, there was a king who was a very nice king, but he was getting older. He also had a beautiful, beautiful daughter named Amanda, Princess Amanda. And one day he said to her, honey, I'm getting older, and I wish that maybe you would think about getting married and having somebody around to be in your life to take care of you. But Amanda said to him, Father, I don't really want to get married. Why do I want to get married? I have beautiful, beautiful dresses. I have all the great food in the world. I have a party to go to every single night. Why would I want to get married? And he said, but I'm not going to be around forever, and I want somebody there to kind of watch over you. She said, I understand, Father. I know where you're coming from, but here's the deal. I will only marry somebody who can give me a perfect blue rose. And he said, honey, there's no such thing. There are pink roses, yellow roses, red roses. There's even a purple rose, but there's no blue rose. That's the deal. I'll only marry somebody who can give me a blue rose. So the king went into the throne room and he told all the gentlemen sitting in the throne room that this is what Amanda said. Only somebody who can give her a blue rose would be her husband. So half of them got up and walked out and said, that lets me out, except for one man who was very, very wealthy, very rich. And he said, I know what to do. He had a friend who was a jeweler who made beautiful jewelry for very, very wealthy people. He went to his friend the jeweler and he said, I want you to find a big sapphire, which is a blue stone. I want you to find a blue sapphire and turn it into a perfect rose. And the jeweler said, well, that's going to take some time. I'm going to have to find that stone. He said, that's all right, take your time. So a month went by and another month went by, and the king is now saying, where is this rose? One day the jeweler called him up and said, well, I found the stone. I have the stone, but now I have to chip it away and shape it and make it look like a perfect blue rose. Okay, take your time. Finally he called up and said, it's ready. And he picked it up in a beautiful leather black box and inside red velvet lining. And there was this beautiful sapphire rose lying in the middle. So he said, yes, I'm going to get to marry Princess Amanda. He went back to the throne room, got down on one knee and said, Princess, here is your perfect blue rose. And she opened up the box and she said, no, this isn't a perfect blue rose. It doesn't have soft petals. It doesn't smell beautiful like a rose. This is a stone cold rock. Boy, was he disappointed. Actually, he was very angry. He got up and he ran out of the throne room. Another young man said, maybe I can do it. And he picked some yellow roses and pink roses and red roses and put them in a glass with some blue vegetable coloring. But you know what happens if you put yellow and green together, what happens? Yeah, they all change color. Well, that night, Princess Amanda took a walk around the castle. And as she ran around the corner, she heard a young man playing a lute, which is a beautiful, sweet, sweet instrument. And he had been writing beautiful songs. So she sat down to listen. And the next night she went again. And the next night she went again. Now, after many nights like this, you can probably guess what happened. They fell in love. But the little man, the young musician, said, but Amanda, I can't marry you. And she said, why not? And he said, because you told your father that you would only marry somebody who gave you a blue rose. I don't have a blue rose. Oh, I forgot about that. She said, I know what you can do. Tomorrow morning, come into the throne room with 2 white roses. I'll be there. Next morning, in he came with 2 white roses, and Amanda said, "Oh, Father, look, 2 blue roses, 2 perfect blue roses." And her father said, "No, honey, I'm sorry, but those are white." No, Father, look, they're blue. Don't you see 2 blue roses? Are your eyes getting very old? So he turned to the people sitting in the throne room, and he said, "Do you see blue roses?" Amanda looked at them and said, "You see blue roses, don't you?" And they all went, "Yep, we do." Now that was the problem. She was the princess, and they didn't want to contradict her. They didn't want to say no. So they all said, "Yep, we see blue roses." And her father's thinking, I don't know what's the matter with me. Maybe my eyes are old. He said, "And this is the young man that you want to marry?" "Yes, Father, this is the young man with the perfect blue roses that I want to marry." So he bought her a beautiful white bride suit. They had a lovely party for 3 days. But then Amanda and her musician decided they didn't want to live in the castle because it was too drafty and cold. So they built a little house outside the castle grounds where they raised their family. What do you think happened? Why did her father not see the blue roses? Why? Were they blue?
No.
She convinced her father that they were blue. Some kids would say she tricked him, but she didn't really trick him. But she convinced him that they were blue, so she got to marry the young man that she liked.